I got myself a robot mower. This video is not sponsored at all. It's just, I hurt my foot and I can't be doing as much mowing. And I'm gonna walk you guys through. I'm gonna tell you like the reason why I chose this particular one, and I'll go over how to set it up, and then later I'm gonna go through and let you know how I think. Why did I choose the Segway Navimow? I was between two. I was between this one, and then there was the, I don't know if it's called the Lupa. I forget what it was, the Momotion one. But I'll show you why. Right here I have this, it's about a 33-degree slope. Every time I mow, I can't heel my freaking foot. Another reason why I bought it is that I think it's cheaper just to buy the mower instead of paying somebody else to mow. I got the Segway Navimow X430. So it's been around for 4 generations now. And the Lupa's been around for 3 generations. So this one is just a little bit more. And another reason why I chose the Segway brand was because people were saying, this is just why I got it, people were saying that the customer service is better. I think, you know, Segway is a well-recognized brand, and I think they want to do it right. And the cost. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how much I paid. I paid $2,300 for this, so it's quite a lot. I have a bad back, so I have to be careful on what I do. Make a fort out of that later. Make sure you squeeze your abs when you're lifting something heavy. I'll try my best to go through and show you how to set this thing up, but you gotta like do things with the app. And next thing we'll do is activate the mower. All right, so I just kind of set it up, and it's all through the app, so you don't really press, all you do is you press the OK button to turn this on. When the app is downloaded on your phone, you have to enable Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and then it connects to your Wi-Fi of your house. I'll just do it first. I'm just going to try to use Network RTK. What Network RTK is basically, if you live in the confines of like a city, they have survey points in that city that's public satellite data that's going, that we can kind of work off of. And it's just basically information that's going through the airwaves, GPS information, and that is used as the antenna. Okay, but not everybody has that service. If you live out in the country, you might not have that. Yeah, this is how you set it up if you're going to use the antenna. So we're at step 4, assemble the charging station. Yeah, one thing I don't really like is here. They don't want this charging station to be right next to the house. There's just a little lip here. Slide it under that lip. And then I'm going to try it in this spot first and see if it works. Got this whole area open, so if I'm lucky it'll work here. They come with these nice stakes here. That I should probably use a drill. This is heavy clay. Luckily it just rained, so there won't be a problem. Power lags, that I just bought a whole box of those power lags when I built my deck. Sometimes I always buy whole boxes of stuff because you just get more for your money. And if I ever have extra, whenever I need extras, I have it on hand, which I do here. Now don't break this thing, just that's it. Nice. Now I did all this work let's hope it actually works in this spot. Next, we're gonna plug it in, and you can see there's a slot here, and screw that in. I just noticed something. So they do give you stakes. All these small stakes here, these are for staking down the cords. And I would really probably what I would do is I would actually use a shovel to cut like a line in the dirt and put the cord underneath the dirt and stake it in. Okay, and wait for the light to turn green, indicating a strong signal. So what I did was I used remote control mode and I drove it and plugged it into the charger because I don't want to lift it and hurt my back. I got a helper today, so now we can see how it works. All right, so we're on the phone and we got to find the Navimow app. So I think like right here, oh, Navimow, and on the directions, what did it say? It said something. Connected. Okay, and it's charged 100% too. Wow. Okay.
You clicked
create map? He clicked create map. Okay. Now we're not going to do auto mapping. We're going to do manual mapping. Click next. Okay, and now you're going to hold the phone like a controller. So hold it like a controller. And we're going to drive it around. Click next. So preparations before using, cut your lawn equal to or lower than the maximum height of your model. Oh, equal to or lower. Keep within 6 meters of the mower during the mapping. Make sure both your phone and the mower have enough battery left. We hopefully do. Next. Alright, you can add the following boundary. Off limit. Yeah. So we're going to just do the front. Or we're going to map this. First we're going to map this area here and see. Do not map at night. Okay.
Map it.
It's self-checking. Checking finished. Okay, next. All right. So now you're going to hold that like a controller. Now the front is over here, so you want to kind of stand behind it. I'll click continue.
I think you're supposed to pull
Not too far, like 6 feet behind it. No, it's going to come by itself.
Okay, calibrate.
What's it doing? What's it doing?
It's calibrating. The AI overlords are taking over.
Grass might be a little tall, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, calibration. Now let's start mapping. Start. All right.
Wait.
So just practice going. Now this is forward and backwards. That's turning. That's forward and backward. Kind of like a gaming controller. Now follow it. You could play with it like a remote control car.
Wait,
so what we're going to do is we're eventually going to do like I don't know, a square, a circle. Control it like you're going to try to go around the borders. And I'm going to move some stuff here.
I don't know. I don't think I should go like this.
Are you worried about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I could do the rest. But that's how you do it. You just use the controller and then they let you practice and you drive it around the whole perimeter of each particular zone. And you don't want to have like one massive zone. You want to cut it up into a smaller zone. Oh wow, that's weird. It's like lines. But anyways, I got that. I created the first map and then we're going to add more. We're going to add the next section. And it's going to be, oh, I got to create off-limit islands because there's a swing set. So I don't want it to be trying to run into that thing. Another thing we have to experiment, which I'm noticing, is the grass kind of like bends over. So I think different grasses, you know, a regular mower just straights up, you know, one pass, but this thing has to do multiple passes to cut tall grass. All right, guys, it is the next day, and I'm standing at that same spot where this grass was really tall, and it did end up mowing it, but it is not perfect. But it did mow that tall grass, but it's patchy. But if you look here, you can see that it had to go over it so many times that a lot of the grass is kind of flattened and laying down. See, if I bring it up, it's, I mean, this is how tall the grass was. It's like 7 or 8 inches. So it was way high, but I'm glad I did that experiment to show you guys. All right, some people are wondering, can this thing do a hill? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I believe this is a 3-to-1 slope, so this is almost the max it can do. I bet it could do more. I'm gonna do remote control down this one here. This is really steep. That's like a almost 1-to-1. All right, here we go. We're doing a test on this steep spot. Yeah, I could see wherever it tracked down, it's going the same direction of the perimeter every time, and look, pushing down the grass. A normal mower, you can do 4 inches and it's fine. This mower, it almost has to be short. It just doesn't, it doesn't have the speed, I think. Because I tried 4 inches, you know, it just doesn't seem to cut. It doesn't really start looking good until you're at like 2.75 inches. Then it really cuts. When it's long, it's almost like the grades of grass kind of bend. Here's what it looks like. I just had it do its thing mowing in the front. You can see it does the crisscross, but right here, you could see it ended mowing right here, and then, so that's something that they're going to have to work on there. And then another one happened right here, where it was done, it got done here, I think, and it went there, you can see. I don't really care about all that, because I'm just glad that I don't have to mow because my foot, you know. So we're going to be getting rain coming in for the next 3 days, and I may not be able to mow. And you want to mow about once every 3 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting it short. Get it shortened down before the rain, so that means that it has to grow taller. If I have it set at like 4 inches, then I get the rain delay. Well, now I have like 6-inch grass. And another strategy too is that I want to avoid having to clean the blades. So if you only mow in the like afternoon, from noon till evening is the best time to mow your yard, because the grass is at its driest. It's not going to stick to the little blades. The strategy I'm going to implement is manually choosing when to cut. It's not hard. I literally you just go on your phone and you press the button and you do whatever height you want, and that's it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I was going to set up that that station, but it doesn't look like I need to yet. I'm gonna let it go as long as it can without having to set up that antenna station. If this video helped you, please help me by liking and subscribing, And I'll keep you guys updated on how this mower is running. Thank you.